Great. Um, Hello, my dear.
Hi, hello.
Hi, my
Good to see
Elise.
you. Hi, everyone.
Everyone, I'm so excited to have our next guest here. I'm going to ask Maya, if she hasn't already, to just drop her bio into the chat. So I'm going to read a little bit of your bio. I hope you don't mind me speaking about you to you.
No, no, it's okay.
Okay.
All good.
So Maya Elise is a somatic artist, facilitator, and trainer who creates transformative experiences through movement, body painting, and emotional expression. Her work explores the deep connection between the body and creativity, inner truth, offering pathways to release, reclaim, and reconnect. So I'm going to invite you to continue reading that so that I can speak to the energy in the room. Everyone just tune into her bio. It will also be included with the replay, so you'll be able to see her full bio and also links for how you can find her. So I wanted to also just give a little bit of context because some of the beautiful beings in this event have found me through social media and have seen your beautiful work in action. So if you have seen the images of me that really inspired this event, it was Maya Elise who did the body painting of the red tones, and so she's the artist there. I think it was a beautiful artistic co-creation. So that's just an example of her work that she does. Also to say that it's not just like she's not a body painting artist. It was really a beautiful ceremony. I think in hindsight, I was speaking earlier before you joined that a lot of times we have something within us when it's repressed, we don't even know it's there. So we don't even know what we're working with until after the fact. And so I think in the moment I didn't realize that that's what I was working with. I knew I was working with ancestral energies in that ceremony that we did, but I didn't put my finger on it being rage, and it took me, that was 2 years ago now. It took
Mm,
me 2 years to
yeah.
really be like, oh, that's what that was. That's what the energy was. That's what the quality was. That's what I was alchemizing through that ceremony. So it's not something that I decided to do 3 weeks ago, and then pull the offering together. It's really was my personal ceremony that my Elise facilitated, and 2 years later brought forth clarity to offer this event. So her work and her presence has very much been a part of the co-creation of this space. So thank you for that.
Mm, thank you. Thank you for creating this space also. Yeah. Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah, and thank you for helping us to see. I think that's the beauty of your work is um, we don't see when we're repressing and or suppressing something, and then in the somatic aspects, in the embodiment piece, in the body painting, in the beautiful cocktail, mocktail, whatever drink of choice it is that you weave through your work and your artistry, we're able to see in our bodies or through the body paint or through the movements, what we can't see, and that's really beautiful, beautiful
mm.
offering into the space. So welcome here. I
Thank
wanted
you.
to really begin by just hearing from you what your journey with rage and the energy of that has been in your life, and then we can dive into other explorations.
Yeah. So first, thanks for your sharings and all the things you explain. And we're gonna maybe talk about it later, but this is what I like in my offering. It's like sometimes you don't even know that you have something repressed inside, and it's coming up with this art session I give, because art is a way to connect to what is, even if you don't have to think about it, or even if you don't know that it is, but it is. And so you can express. And my personal way to connect to my rage was through this way of artistic way, because I was completely disconnected from my rage for like most of my life. And also I was disconnected from a lot of my emotion, like anger also. And for me, it was really like this personal way I open with all the artistic, like it's dancing, moving, and using painting, using my voice was really my way to open and to also to feel safe enough, you know, to feel it. So I was like working with my body to feel safe, to be able to maybe touch some new emotion and some deep emotion. And rage was coming in this way, like slowly. And I connected finally to my rage really recently. And I think it was for me like a really big and I didn't even know I was going to feel my rage at the end, but it was like a lot of working with anger at the beginning. I have a lot of repressed anger, and I have like a big cyst in my liver. It's like liver in Chinese medicine is the anger energy. And so I knew something was there and my body was telling it. But, you know, at some point I knew, like, because I was seeing therapists and they told me like, oh, you have a lot of anger inside you. But it was only like words. And I was like, okay, maybe, but I don't know how to feel it. I don't know how to express it. And I don't know how to use it for myself and you know, to liberate also myself from this energy, stuck energy. And yeah, so slowly with working with movements, for me, it was a lot of movement, dancing. I went to events, retreats with specific, like I was dancing for one day with my anger, and it was so deep at some point. And finally, it came out that, okay, I can feel it. I can connect with my anger first, and then it became like, okay, I can connect finally with my rage. And I think I'm still on the process, you know. It was like feeling it a bit, and maybe at some point I could also go like something deeper. And yeah, I'm still open to see what is going on for me, but I know I was really like completely disconnected from it at some point and for a very long time. And finally, it's possible to open it. So this is like my personal way, and to, yeah, to open to all my feelings and all my emotions. And yeah, so I know if I did it, I know everyone can do it. And I think we are a lot of women like with rage, but we don't even know that it's inside. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. It's so interesting to hear also about, because of the conversation that we just had about how it manifests in your body, in your physical body, in your tissues and cells. Um, and I love what you mentioned about the painting, and I love the artistry that you've brought into it. I think for me, it's been through the music first that it came through when I started creating music. That's when I really started seeing it, and I also around the same time started with painting as well. And I think as somebody who also had a lot of repression, it was like these were safer ways to dip our toes in and see what was there. But also ways that are more socially acceptable, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, true.
it was funny when I went to record my music with Sri, who was our guest in day one. Like, part of me, you know, there was like these beautiful tones and things coming through in different tones, but also the rapping in some of my music, you know, there's like, I'm rapping and I'm like, it was that energy. It just wanted to come out in that way, and I just
Oh,
allowed it.
yeah.
um, and the art reminded me, I went to a dancing, it was like it wasn't an ecstatic dance, but it was a similar type of event. Actually, quite recently, I think last month, and they had, you know, the DJ was holding the space and everybody was dancing, and they also had live art on the wall, like a big poster where people could go paint during the
Okay.
session. And it made me think of this, because I know we were in contact with each other, but also there was a song where the music was escalating, the frequency was escalating, that started feeling really violent. Like I could feel like also I know the DJ, and I know that, he's processing a lot of war things at the moment. So there was just like that frequency of like violence and war was like there, and I just could feel it building up in me. And even through the dancing, I didn't feel like I could move it. And I went to this wall where everybody was painting, and I just like took red paint and I just went crazy. And it was
Mm.
so beautiful and so powerful to be like, okay, I have all these tools. I'm feeling this energy. How does it want to move right now? And in that moment, it was the painting that allowed it to really be expressed and visible in a whole room full of people without, you know, um, yeah, in a way that felt safe, but also like acknowledged. So, um,
Mm.
yeah, so.
That's beautiful. Hmm.
So I'm curious to hear how you found the working with the body paints as a way to work with emotion, as an extension of your somatic work that you do
Mm.
with your clients. And I know now you also have a facilitator training, so you're teaching
Yes.
others to use this as well. Yeah, I'm wondering how that came about.
Yeah. So I didn't have any idea I was creating anything. Like I was really following what like it's linked to what I said before. Like I was dealing like with, okay, I have anger and now I know I have some repressed anger inside me and I felt it with the dancing and I started to use my voice. Like I was like, yeah, just screaming a lot and yeah, expressing. And I felt the call to use, maybe as you said before, like I felt the call like to use something else. And I had no idea like what, but I was in a way called to use painting. And I was not really relating to expressing my emotion, but it was like at the same time, at this time of my life, like working with feeling my emotion and allowing myself to feel more. And also like the call of doing something with painting. And I was doing painting when I was a child, but not as an adult. So I was a bit shy about it. And I was like, okay, I don't know anything. Like, what type of painting should I use? And I don't know if I should buy a canvas or anything. But I started, and when I started to put some words also on my canvas. So it was like using painting and colors, but also putting words. And it was more like emotion or stuff I wanted um, to process. And especially it was really deep. Like it was like working on past traumas I had. And I felt like this is what I need. And also I was doing therapy at some point, but I wanted to use like colors for myself. And I started with this and really like it happened like few times I was using a brush to paint like as like normal people, I should say. But I felt like, okay, it's not what I want to do. I need to feel the color on my skin, on my body. So first I was using like I don't know, basic painting, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not good for my body and for my health because I was doing it like maybe once a week, and I felt like, okay, maybe I should just buy it for myself, like a body painting set, like a basic one. And so it started like this, just like, okay, I feel the call to use painting for myself. And when I started to use this body painting on myself, I felt really strongly like, okay, this is something is happening. I felt the shift inside of me and I used different colors and I was like really guiding myself in a process. And I felt like after a few sessions, like I felt it was like something I wanted to share because I felt on myself it's so powerful. Like I have like so many tools, but this is the one for me at this point. It was the most powerful thing I could do to feel my emotion and to really like, yeah, process things. So as I was like already working with clients, I started to like ask first like friends, like, do you want to maybe try? But I was not saying like, this is therapy. I was just like, yeah, if you want, it's maybe for fun, or if you want to, just like feel how it feels. And also I was doing photography. So it was like a full process. And I was like not doing it like and expressing what you can feel, because it was just myself at the beginning, and I was not sure like it could be something for someone else. But finally felt confident enough to, yeah, to say, okay, maybe I can also offer it to clients, like not my friends but like clients. And then I I it was not something I decided, but it just happened. And when I started to do it, every time I had a session, I was like, okay, this is something is happening. Like every time I was like, okay. And it started to be like this. And I was like doing it again and again. And at every session, I learned a lot about what this tool can bring to people and to women. I work with women only. And yeah, so that's it. And now I feel like I felt it was like last year, I felt the call, okay, I need to bring it to other people. So I decided to do a training. That's it. And yeah, I think it's gonna be like really a tool like people know in few years, because it's really powerful for me. But yeah.
Mm. Thank you for sharing. And yes, when I signed up for that, I
Yeah.
did not know what I was signing up for. 2 years later, I was like, your
Yes.
work is very powerful. We were
Yeah.
discovering it together.
Yes, that's true. And at that time, maybe I wasn't able to say exactly like, and yeah, so, but this is really powerful. It is.
I
Yeah.
got what I needed.
Yeah. This is something also nice, because sometimes it doesn't work with some women, If
Mhm.
a woman is not connected to her body and doesn't have to feel anything with this work,
Mhm.
nothing happen. It could be like just like, oh, it's nice. But
Mhm.
for you, yeah, it was really deep. I think you were ready in a way. You didn't know, but
I was in the process. Yes, it
yeah.
was connect, and I had just come back from my pilgrimage to Egypt, I believe, and so I was just working with a lot of energy. Um, but it was, yeah, it was powerful, and also, I think culturally, there's many cultures in the world where working with body paint is, part of communing with the self, communing with the spirit world, communing with the ancestors. So, um, in many ways, it's not new. In most ways, it's not new. But also, what I love about the way that you do it is, um, it's it really is like approaching the body as a canvas, um, without it needing to look like something or pretty. Like there's, yeah, it really feels like, like the brush strokes, like I still remember like what it feels like when you were doing it. um,
Mm.
yeah, I saw it more from that perspective than as somebody who's, going more into like a process of like tattoo as ritual or something like that. It was really, for me, it was like, uh, okay, this is gonna be put up on the wall, like, it's like a Renaissance
Mm.
situation. It's like, okay, what will emerge? Um, and it was really beautiful. So I wanted to, yeah, invite you to speak to your ritual. And I don't know if this is what you want to talk about, or if you want to add a bit more, if you want to take us through anything, or what would you, yeah, how would you like to explore this a little more?
We can go through the ritual. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. I'll hand over to you, and you can take us through. And yes, I'm curious to hear also, for those who are in the room, if any of this resonates, if you've ever tried anything like this, if it's completely new, um, regarding what we've just been discussing, or if you work with art yourself, I would love to hear that as well.
Yeah.
And
But as you said, it's not new, like in a way, like
yeah.
it's and all the work I'm doing, it's not new. Like I do dancing and painting and using the voice, and it's like all the humanity, or like they were doing it like for many years. Like it's just like we had forgotten in a way. But when you connect again to this kind of tools and way of living, it's natural. Like it's yeah, something is inside us. And when I do, because you did like a one-on-one session, I do also like group session, so women can paint to another woman, and it's really easy. Like it's easy to be able to take a brush and to paint on someone and to feel something. Like it's really natural in a way. Mm.
I love that. I love that. I think it's things that we used to do that have been taken away from our toolkit,
Yeah.
and also things that we've imposed form and structure and perfection and all of that on. And so, yeah, thank you for mentioning that. Okay, I'll hand it over to you, my dear.
Okay, so we are gonna go through our ritual now. So I called it Color of Sacred Rage. So we are gonna use color. We will not have enough time, and it's not the way to, like, we are not gonna paint our bodies, but still we can use color to connect with our sacred rage. Why? Because first, if you feel disconnected from your rage, it's a good way to feel it, because it's like um, it's a way to feel it in another way. I don't know. It's like using color. Sometimes you can connect to part of yourself you forget, or part of yourself you don't know about it, and so we are gonna use this powerful way to connect to our rage. But also, if you feel already connected to your rage and you want a way, and you want to feel it in this way, it's also really nice to have a new tool to use it. And also it can be like, you don't have to do it on your body. We were talking a lot about body painting, but you can also use like a paper and use a color. So yeah, this is about the color, but I'm going to guide you from this ritual now. The first thing is, I want to say, like, we don't have a lot of time and space today, so I want you to invite you to go like really gentle, and we don't have to open a big doorway today, just like taking a few feeling of what is, but you can come back to what is inside, because rage, it's a lot of energy. So we are gonna just like take a bit of it today. Okay, so you can just like take a time to maybe sit, to maybe, I don't know, you can lay down. You just have to find a way to be like connected to your body, so you can just take time maybe to adjust a bit your posture, or to change something, or to, I don't know, you can open your arms or do whatever you like, just to come back to your body. And maybe you can take some deep inhale and deep exhale. Maybe you can look around. First thing we are gonna do here, it's like come back to our bodies and feel a sense of safety inside. So if you look around, it's like animals, like in nature, you just like look around you and see like, okay, I'm safe. Like, even if you know exactly where you are, and the space you are, like just like this feeling of looking at everything, it gives you like instantaneously, even if you don't think about it, like this sense of safety. Okay, you can connect also to your breath and take maybe some deep inhale, deep exhale. Oh, you can open your mouth, maybe make a sound. maybe around your head. Wow. You can also use your hand to touch. Like you can put your hands to your arms, give yourself a big hug, or maybe touch like whatever part of your body you like, just to feel this sense of safety again. You can really feel you can hold yourself here. Like it's a really powerful way to feel safe in the body. You don't need someone else to hold you. You can really hold you. And at the same time, you can feel like your body grounding. If you feel good to close your eyes, you can close your eyes and you can start maybe to move a little bit to give space inside. We are going to talk with our body today, like we are going to ask question to our body. So you want to feel space inside, you want to feel good inside. So you can really like feel if you need to maybe move a little bit in a way, extend something, your arm, your legs, maybe open your chest. Okay, and then when you feel that you can come back to maybe a still position, you can come back and you are going to ask a question to your body. You can ask yourself and ask your body, is there a specific place, a specific part of my body that resonate with rage? Is there a specific part inside my body which is connected to rage? And you can really go deep in this part of your body. Like you can feel this part. Maybe you can let that part be felt, be seen. And you can recognize this part. And maybe you can feel if this part has a specific shape, a specific texture. And also I will invite you to find if this part of your body has a specific color. And let this color emerge. Let this color be. You can really feel like if my rage has a color, what color it is? Like what would it be? And let the color appear in your body, maybe where you felt like the part of your body that is connected to rage. And maybe this color can go like somewhere else. It can grow a little bit. You can feel its presence in your body. And maybe slowly this color can move you, start to move you. You can maybe find a way to express with movement this color that is inside you. And if you want, you can grow this color. Maybe not too much, just like you feel what is safe enough to you. Like you can go like just a little bit far away. Maybe this color want to take a bigger space. If you feel it's okay for you, you can take a bigger space. Maybe also this color can dance like around you, it can be like outside of your body. And slowly you can start to be with this color, like maybe as if you were this color, like all your body wants to move. So maybe it's a really soft movement, but maybe it has a lot of energy. You can feel like what wants to move And if a sound wants to go, like you can also use sound. At any moment, if you feel it's too much, you can take a pause. But if you feel like it's going for you, like growing, and you feel safe enough to use this color again, you can dance with it, you can open your body to it, and you can be with it. And maybe this color has something to do, has something to say, has something to express through you, through your body. When you can breathe with it, you can invite breath in every cells of your body, in every part of your body. And maybe sound wants to go. Okay. If you need to express something else, it's the time to express it. Like maybe you want to move a bit more. Maybe you want to feel the color going in one specific part of your body. And slowly we are coming back to a close, so you can gently bring back yourself. Maybe you can shake a bit your body, like shake what is needed to shake. If it feels good, you can also like put your hands to the floor, to the ground, to feel this grounding again. You can reopen your eyes if your eyes were closed, and look again around, look again to your space. You can come back to this maybe sense of touch. And if you need, you can also like use a kind of, I would say, like energetic shower, like showering yourself, and you can like bring energy back to the ground. And all this rage energy, like coming back, all the energy that was liberated, maybe in a way, just like coming back to the ground, and the ground knows how to do with this energy. Okay. And if you feel like there is something else, like maybe you felt something was opening with this color, you can also like after we close like the call, you can also use this color, and you can use your own way to do it. You can take a paper, you can use like a painting or just drawing, and you can use this color like to bring it again to you. But for now we are closing, so yeah. And if you feel like maybe just to go outside or to breathe, you can also like doing it. Feel free to come back to yourself. Okay.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
I'm curious to hear what everybody experienced. Just drop in the comments. I'm curious what colors came up and how they moved through you. I can share mine. It started out very like a dark purple color, but then it like shifted into like a dark blue. It was just like a midnight sky kind of color.
Yeah.
Um, and it was interesting for me. It showed up in the exact same place that it did when we were working with it in the body. It started really in the heart, and very quickly it started going up the side of my face, and then down this arm, and then all around me. I could feel it moving. It was, yeah, it was a lot, and beautiful to dance with it. I felt like I was dancing with it, but it's really like feel the origin point and then it moving. was was really beautiful. So thank you for that. And yeah, I'm really curious to hear from others what the color looked like. I think we assume it's gonna be like red or you know. I was very surprised by the blue coming
The
in as
blue,
well.
yeah. Color green and
Green
blue.
and
Thank you
blue.
for sharing. Yeah, it's not what we think, and this is the way and thanks for your sharing.
Mm.
Um, it's not always the same colors, like colors has a lot to say. And yeah, so this is why I'm not working with a specific, like red is this and blue is this. It's like everyone has his own way to feel. And yeah, so that's beautiful.
Moving all
Mhm.
around. Thank you.
Green and blue moving all around. Okay. Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
Feel black in my chest, probably as repressed rage turn in sadness. Yeah. It
Mm,
can be like mixed feelings and mixed emotion.
yeah,
Dark blue. Okay.
dark blue. Mm.
Mm.
It's so powerful to have that also because I feel like a lot of the people who are joining us in this space are also yeah, work with energy or do healing work themselves or facilitators themselves. And so, because we're working with so much, both our own internal energies, but also the external, and with clients, when we get to feel the quality of something, then we can recognize it much more quickly. I have friends who are like, they're more seers. I'm more of a clairsentient, but for the seers, it's like this
Mm.
might have been actually, yeah. I don't remember, but I remember being in a group and somebody turning to somebody else and saying, "What's that pink I'm seeing?" And all of a sudden, all of the gossip came out.
Yeah.
um, and so, yeah, when we get to kind of know the qualities of the colors and what they mean and represent for us, it helps us to identify, what is coming up as we spend more and more time immersed in them and dancing with them. So,
Mm.
thank you, my dear, so much
Yeah.
for this practice and for bringing us into this space. Thank you for the artistry of what you do and for, yeah, allowing this um, ancient future modality to come through you and that you're sharing it with the world. Um, it's really special and I'm so
Mm.
grateful. So thank you for coming
Yeah.
today.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I feel really honored to speak about this. Yeah. And yeah. Um, It's beautiful what you do, like around this rage energy. I feel like, yeah, I felt before I jumped in the call, I felt really connected to my heart, like I felt like, yeah, this is really like what we need to share and to put in places like this. So, yeah, Mm,
Thank
it's a pleasure.